So, has the thought ever crossed your mind that maybe leaving a snarky response to a negative review online could be very bad, very detrimental for your business? Let's talk about it. Now, I get it. In the heat of the moment, you're a small business owner, you stand behind your product, and you're willing to die on that hill. However, you need to be a little bit more strategic in the way that you're replying to these things. So, we're going to take a deep dive into both the good and the bad and the ugly, well, I guess all three, of ways to respond to customer reviews online because reviews are a great thing. And I'll tell you right now, if you're one of those businesses that has to turn off your reviews, maybe you should rethink the way that you're doing business. So imagine yourself that you're not a business owner at all, but you're just a consumer looking to go out into a new neighborhood or even your own community. So you start researching local businesses that cater to what it is you're looking for, whether it's food or services or the retail industry. And you know nothing about these businesses, so you start looking at reviews to see how well they're doing. But before we dive into the negative ones, let's take a look at a positive review for a cafe. Now, this is imaginary, this isn't a real place. This is just an ideal scenario of how things should go. We're so sorry to hear this. Can you please email or call us and tell us more? We really want to make this right. Thank you so much for visiting our business. Now, you want to craft that and cater it to each individual person. No cookie cutter replies are really going to work here. In fact, some replies aren't going to work at all. But it's in your best interest to leave something positive, take ownership and responsibility for whatever happened, even if the customer wasn't right. The point is, you got to show yourself in a positive light to all the other customers that might be looking up your business. Now, let's take that same exact little coffee shop or cafe and see the negative side of how you should not reply back to this particular customer. I really wish you would have voiced your concerns while here to give us the opportunity to make adjustments and changes to make your experience a better one. Alas, maybe the next time. I do feel better now that you've gotten them off your chest and can at least move forward. Cheers. Okay, I really shouldn't have to deep dive into that and explain to you why that's a bad idea. First of all, never pass the buck back to the customer that complained in the first place, and definitely don't pass this off to someone else. The last thing a customer wants is some kind of lame excuse as to why certain things were the way they are. Now, if you have a very valid reason to back something up, that's fine. But don't blame your local government, don't blame other businesses, don't blame staff members, just don't put the blame elsewhere. Take responsibility for that and make it better. Now, should this person have run to social media and started complaining immediately about this business after the fact instead of bringing up in person? No, they didn't do that. But it's already over. It's done. That is what has happened. So what you now have to do is take control of this situation and try to fix it. Here's a few things to consider when you're leaving your response back to them. Be prompt with these. If this review was left 2 weeks ago, it's probably too late to really do anything, but you could still leave some type of response to show other patrons that you at least generally cared, acknowledged the situation, and made some type of attempt. Ideally, you would like to get back to these reviews within 1 to 2 days because that's going to be the most effective time to maybe let that customer think about it and go and change their review if possible. And try to resolve these things offline. Don't get in a battle with this customer back and forth in the comments section of some review, just trying to plead your case, because it just makes you look like you're on your hands and knees begging for them to change the review, even though you were technically in the wrong. Or maybe you weren't in the wrong, but this arguing and bickering makes you look very unprofessional, and it's also going to make other customers think, maybe the business is wrong. Maybe they really are. Maybe this wasn't silly Sally going out that can't be pleased about anything in her life, and she leaves these reviews all the time, but this business actually has the audacity to be rude back to a customer that had a negative experience. Just what people think, that's how you should go about it. Really take some time to let it mellow out, get your thoughts together, and do it in a positive way. We've kind of already mentioned it, but personalize your replies. Use their name if you can do that. Really apologize and express what was going on. You don't have to go in grave detail. In fact, a lot of times less is more. Just apologize, offer a way to make it better, give them a way to contact you off of that platform, and then resolve it elsewhere if you can. Finally, offer a solution. Plain and simple as that. I had one of the greatest supervisors ever when I was working in the pizza industry, trying to get through high school and college. And one of his things when it came to customer service was never say no. You don't always have to give the customer exactly what they're asking for, but offer them something. If you had a pizza delivered to their house, maybe the food was cold when it got there, the order was incomplete, the customer wants a full refund and have their order remade, well, offer them one of the two. Either we'll remake your order, you keep what you got, or we'll let you go ahead and keep the order this time, and next time you'll have a credit for a whole new order. You just got to pay for tax and delivery fee. Some type of offering like that is greatly going to help versus just saying no, or you're wrong, or making them look bad. Now, I've got two last little things to throw out there before we wrap up today. First of all, when you're dealing with these reviews, they're more than just comments. A lot of times they're constructive criticism or sometimes kind of hate filled criticism. Irregardless, there may be ways there that you can improve on your business. Maybe some of the things they were talking about were correct. How can you fix those things? Are you short or understaffed? How can you fix that? How can you make it better? How can you boost staff's morale? How can you boost quality control? Is it your pricing? What are things you can do especially if you're getting that kind of comment and review over and over again? Then it's definitely on you. It's not the customer's wrong, it's that you are, and you've got to fix that. And the last thing to think about, you're not aiming for 5-star reviews every single time. Because any business that you look up that's solely 5-star reviews, that's going to raise some red flags and some eyebrows. At least it does for me. If I see this picture perfect business out there, I'm going to assume that it's too good to be true and that a lot of these reviews are either fake, family, friends, or purchased. So what you want to have is a healthy number of reviews from different star levels. Now, I know the 1-star reviews just crush our egos. The 2-star reviews don't do much better. The 3 stars give us a little bit of hope. 4 stars are great, and we love the 5s. But honestly, having a variety is great. If you're 4 stars or above with your business, you're doing a great job. Just keep it up and try not to let those lower ratings really hurt you too much. But just some things to think about here today. I see this happen way too often, way more often than it should. But now I'd like to hear from you. Let me know about some situations in the comments section below that you've seen or some reviews that you've even got. Share those creative responses in the comments section below. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, be sure to create something new today.